Hello folks, thank you very much for watching my video. My name is Charlie and I'm social distancing right here in Manchester in my room. Indeed, these are unprecedented times in the history of mankind, when most countries throughout the whole world are in a lockdown due to COVID-19, a disease that is caused by SARS-CoV-2 or coronavirus. And as you are all aware, the hashtag is please stay at home. Don't touch your face with dirty hands, but always wash them regularly and in each occasion for not less than 20 seconds. In the event you have to hold a conversation with somebody, allow at least 2 meters between you and the next person. And as you stay indoors, we are not to go out unnecessarily, except in those extreme situations where we have to go and buy, say, some food or some medicine, or unless if you belong to the critical staff such as our medical personnel. Having said that, like I said, my name is Charlie. I earned a PhD degree here in Manchester at Manchester Metropolitan University, and I've just decided to shoot this video to share with a specific group of people, that is entrepreneurs, those who are business founders, those who are operating micro, small and medium enterprises. Let me give you a brief background about myself. Over the past decade and a half, my career spans in banking, microfinance, university education, as well as management consultants. Now, given this kind of background, you find that I have expertise in broad areas. For example, strategic management, change management, corporate governance, people management, entrepreneurship. All these things kept on coming up throughout my career, and putting them together with my doctoral training, it has enhanced my competency when it comes to understanding issues that owner managers for small and medium enterprises confront. In this regard, I would like to share with you a very interesting notion that always kept coming up in my consultant's career. This is whereby whenever I confront not all, but some sections within the small and medium enterprises, and I introduce myself as a consultant, as somebody who could give an independent opinion on some of the issues they would confront. And this is one of the views that tends to come up. You find there are some who will say, well, before you give me your piece of advice, I would like to know, are you a business founder yourself? Do you operate a business? And I would say, no, I don't operate a business. And here comes the response. Well, I think what you need to do is found a business, operate it for at least about 3 years or 5 years, then you can come back and we can have this conversation. This is a view that holds the notion that unless if a consultant has a practical experience of owning a business and confronting the challenges that I do confront daily, then they are less positioned to be able to advise me credibly. And this is the notion that I want to address. Look at it this way. when people in academia come to address issues that are being confronted by business founders or by those who are running micro, small and medium enterprises. I would like us to understand this particular interesting perspective, be it a doctor or a professor who is coming. The advice that they do give is not necessarily theoretical or just head knowledge or academic per se, but actually most of it is practical lived experience advice. Why do I say so? Let me share with you what happens in academia. What does happen is that we go out into the market or into the world or into the lives of entrepreneurs, okay? And we come up with a questionnaire or it's an interview. Now when we converse, we gather this data from different entrepreneurs. And one thing that we do is to ensure that we are gathering this data within a homogeneous sector. For example, these are entrepreneurs who are operating in the same business sector. It could be a hair salon, it could be retail grocery, it could be a pharmacy. And we get their views. And when we analyze them, we also make sure that we employ broad data source methods. For example, interviews, questionnaires, observations. This is whereby you get into the business environment of our participants and observe how they actually conduct themselves from day 1 to day 2 up to day 10 or whatever. And then you put all together. The end result is what we call triangulation of evidence, which increases the objectivity. And then here you get the output. So to cut the long story short, the output of this research is not academic or theoretical per se, but actually this is an output of lived experiences of yourselves as entrepreneurs or as owner managers of different businesses, be it micro, small and medium enterprises. So if you read these articles or go through carefully the outcomes of this research, you will find that there are quite a number of issues or things that you would tend to agree with. Say, oh yes, I do agree with that. Oh yes, this reflects how I actually approach issues of, for example, people management. Oh yes, this actually reflects how I approach issues of governance or information technology, that kind of a thing. So this is the view that I'm just putting across to you if you happen to operate your own business, to say next time you approach a consultant who is coming from the academic perspective, don't be too quick to dismiss and say, this is just head knowledge or this is just theoretical. It is not practical, because the advice that we are bringing from the academic perspective is not just bookish per se, but this is empirical or practical evidence which we gained through the lived experiences of different entrepreneurs or of different owner managers for small and medium enterprises. So as I come to my conclusion, like I said, my name is Charlie and I earned my PhD here at Manchester, at Manchester Metropolitan University. And what I do is I do give advice to different owner managers who are operating their micro, small and medium enterprises. And I'll be very happy to have a conversation with you. Feel free to connect with me via my LinkedIn, which is Charles Dawa, or you can write me an email at b247enterprising@gmail.com. BE and the word enterprising and then @gmail.com, which is B enterprising 247, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Thank you very much for watching, and I want to wish you great health during these most unprecedented times. Thank you.